What's up, y'all? Yeah, it's time for another What Planet is Fucking Up My Shit Today. So, my apologies as this one's a little bit late, but it's here today so we can all relax because this means we're not pregnant. So, I've been asked about this second moon, and it's going to be joining us for the next 2 months, and how this is going to affect us. Well, it's not really a moon, and I don't know that it really counts for much because it's only 10 meters across, or basically it's no bigger than a Freightliner carrying a 40-foot trailer of bullshit, just for reference, because we as Americans will use anything for reference except for the metric system. But an asteroid that's coming from the asteroid belt, the one that's between Mars and Jupiter, this is where it's coming from, and it's likely to return there afterwards. So we can see this as kind of being a connection between our needs there with Mars, joining our emotions there with the moon. So you might just realize all of the financial moves that you've been making in an effort to try to prove mommy and daddy wrong and that you are good enough. It may not be able to be encapsulated in the purchase of a ridiculous vehicle that looks like something that's poorly rendered from a PS1 game. And what you truly crave is connection and community. So you might just go and buy a mountain of cocaine instead. So we can pair this with the new moon solar eclipse that's happening in the sign of Libra. So with the recent lunar eclipse, hopefully you shed a bunch of bullshit that's no longer serving you, as lunar eclipses are supposed to be a good time for purging and releasing, and solar eclipses are thought to be a good time for new beginnings and manifestations. So now's a good time to find some new toxic bullshit to be on. So here's a list of fun activities you can engage in to embrace the solar eclipse energy, with the Sun, Moon, and Mercury all being in Libra. 1. Refuse to pick sides in your friend's divorce. Sleep with both of them. 2. Start a cult. Have all of your followers sell all of their worldly possessions so that you can live on a yacht that has its own separate backyard mother-in-law yacht in the backyard. And have this resting in international water so that no laws of the land may apply to you, while never believing a single word that you teach. 3. Put two nations against each other in a genocidal holy war. If anyone tries to blame you, just say that you think both sides are being immature and that you really just hate drama. 4. Accidentally flirt your way into becoming a 33rd degree Freemason. But this week, we also have this grand trine. It's going to be Mars in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces, and Venus in Scorpio. So basically all three of the water-bending nations have formed an alliance. So this is going to be a emotionally intense week where everyone's feelings just don't give a fuck about anything that's going on right now. So, but it's supposed to be a great time for healing and reconciliation, and also constipation and IBS. And no, I'm not joking about that last one. You can check what all the professional astrologers are saying about this grand trine. So I don't know that there's any way at all that my little bullshit thing that I do here is ever gonna reach the ears of anybody with any importance, but this week, with all of the Libra energy and the solar eclipse signaling new beginnings, and this grand trine signaling emotional healing, you know, this would be a real awesome time for like some kind of big truce or ceasefire or some kind of treaty to be signed, or otherwise for people to just stop killing each other this week. Wouldn't that be great? Well, I guess aside from that, the 4 hardest things in the world to say, of course, are I love you, I'm sorry, I need help, and Worcestershire sauce. But, yeah, it's time to suck it up. Say those difficult things this week. Yeah, Worcestershire sauce. But yeah, you probably want to get a move on that early on, because once the moon moves into Leo later on in this week, then everybody's ego and pride is going to step back into the equation again. So, get on with your apologies and hitting up your old relatives for money and stuff. So, till next time, peace, and don't vote for Nazis.